Why are some comedians dead set on being terrible? Brendan Schaub, Whitney Cummings, Bert Kreischer, Amy Schumer, Joe Biden, just to name a few. I'm figuring it out. Hold up right quick. Well, today I decided to do some calculations on the whiteboard. I've been here all day adding and subtracting these damn numbers, but it seems as if my answer is still far away. What am I doing wrong? I need to know why these guys are so trash. ASAP. Fucking fuck, I hate math. But as the day grows, so does the truth. I feel like I'm getting warmer. This pussy is warm as well. Just thought I'd let y'all know. Ah! I may have it now. Ah, fuck. Maybe not. Okay, now let's start again. Okay, I need more time. I have no idea, so let's just loosely talk about them and we'll come up with a conclusion. So Brendan Schaub is a retired UFC fighter and more than likely has a fuck ton of brain damage. Let's hope. But that is not why his comedy is terrible. You see, Joe Rogan had Brendan on as he was still fighting and asked him to stop fighting as he sucked and got his shit rocked constantly. But Joe suggested to him he start comedy instead. So that he did. Now we have Gringo Poppy on YouTube. Whitney Cummings is a female comedian. That's not all I want to say on her. Now let's talk about Bert Kreischer. Bert is loud.
I'd hit her a clue. I'd hit her before I cheated on her.
In denial about being an alcoholic. Fat, unlike me, and refuses to quit comedy. Good for him. I'm not talking about Amy Schumer. You cannot fucking make me talk about her. You can't fucking make the people I just mentioned. These people are like Louis C.K. or Jim Gaffigan or Dave Chappelle or Shane Gillis. The only bad thing you hear about those comics is when they're getting canceled for something unimportant. Nobody makes videos on those comedians trashing them for poor behavior or lazy joke writing. That's because they do none of that. They won't virtue signal or make an ass out of themselves. Because they know who they are. They're comedians. They're fucking comedians. Comedians are supposed to be funny and incite a feeling of joy. Not to take themselves overly serious and demand your attention for lazy, put-together comedy for their millions of dollars. Those other great comedians made their fortune through joke telling. Other great comedians made their fortune through joke telling, not to suckle Hollywood's teat and lick on Harvey Weinstein's wrinkly ass and feet. Sure, they've all had their network shows, but that was when it was the only like reliable option at the time. You know, Dane Cook was the driving force in the early 2000s with publishing comedy onto the internet, and comedians didn't start putting out video until a couple of years after YouTube came out. Don't quote me on that last bit. I have no fucking idea what I'm talking about. Good comedians land on Netflix. I mean, sure, but Netflix can be associated with Hollywood, but they enter the business as much as humanly possible, so they don't put their foot all the way into the door. They probably hate Hollywood based on their overall demeanor towards it, because on podcasts they sometimes will like be push-offy about talking about Hollywood because it fucking is not good. The terrible comics will always try and be the next big thing in Hollywood, or whoever they look at as their higher power. Hollywood. The only answer is Hollywood. The good comics look at Hollywood as a distant entity that helps them get some new eyes. Bad comics really only care if their higher ups respect them. Fan service is dead when money is a big decider. They'll garner whoever's attention and lose any of their real fan base that they had prior to selling out, pretty much. When they decide to stick that knife in your back and abandon real comedy, because they do it constantly. I'm really hoping Shane Gillis or I'm really hoping it doesn't get to him. But Joe Rogan has been pretty humble throughout his fame, so Shane Gillis is by his side, so he'll direct him. Yeah, the Downsies need their direction. They need some kind of caretaker at all times. Yeah, but these terrible comics who have their network shows or did, like Whitney with whatever sitcoms, Two Broke Girls, One Girl, One Cup, whatever she did. Oh yeah, they'll turn on their terrible show or movie for a homeless person if that's what they saw as Hollywood moves. So if Hollywood was like, hey, homeless people are our biggest demographic, you got to go out there and show them, they would. So let's hope no poor homeless man with scurvy had to watch The Machine. But with all that being said, I have one last thing to touch on. Whitney Cummings may not be the most funny person ever, but I would tap. I would most definitely tap, I think. I think I love you, baby girl. Fucking love me back. What? You're in a relationship.
I would hit her before I cheat on her.